Hello, everybody. Welcome. Here we are. It's Matt Connarton Unleashed. Oh, it's so dark out already. Hey, it's and I'm still coughing. I know I say it every day. I'm almost over this cough. I'm so close. But anyway, here we are. Yes, it is Thursday, November 7th, 2019. Matt Connarton Unleashed. We are live. I need a gulp of water. Say hello to Mike Martineau over here.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Keep talking for a second.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Manchester. How are you guys doing?
Not just Manchester. It's we got listeners all over the place. Michael Martineau.
Yes, we do.
Oh my goodness! I wish I had a lozenge. This really is bad. Wow. Tell us about yourself, Michael, while I take another giant gulp of water.
Yeah. Just getting ready for another work shift tonight over at the farm, and gonna be a great shift. Haven't worked there since last week, so we'll see how it goes.
I think you're saying it wrong. I believe here in New England we pronounce it the farm.
Yeah, true.
At the farm.
Yeah.
All right, I'm a little bit better now, so I can try to finish introing the show here as I pour some more water into my Hop Knot mug. You know, Matt Connarton Unleashed is sponsored by the Hop Knot. And also our newest sponsor here at WMNH. The Hop Knot, of course, at 1000 Elm Street, right across the street in the Brady Sullivan Plaza. They are New Hampshire's premier place for gourmet pretzels, which are delicious, as well as craft beer and wine. They have board games. You can hang out, play board games while you eat some delicious food and drink some wonderful beverages. And thehopknot.com is the website if you want to check them out online. That's K-N-O-T, not as in pretzel knot. But we're very honored and privileged to have them as a sponsor, the Hop Knot. So it is a wonderful place. Let's see. So here we are. Again, it is Thursday, November 6th, the year of our Lord and the year of our eunuchs, 2019. And Matt Connarton Unleashed is live. A couple programming notes. So tonight at 7 p.m., right here on WMNH, I will be back. For those of you who just, you get to the end of this show and you go, because I'm sure this happens to you, Michael Martineau, you get to the end of this show and you go, oh my goodness, I need more Matt Connarton. I will be back tonight at 7 p.m. right after the weekly Die-On, but not for more Unleashed, but we're actually going to play some music tonight. So I'm doing a 1 hour special from 7 to probably around 8-ish. Of Kiss. Nothing but Kiss, because Kiss is my favorite band, and it is official. They are coming to the SNU Center. Is it the SNU Center or the SNU Arena? What do we call it, Michael?
SNU Arena.
SNU Arena. See, if I asked Easy G, he probably wouldn't have even known that, and he's the entertainment reporter. Yeah. But you, sir, you are on point, as I believe the young people say. The young people say that now, right?
Yeah.
You're a young person. You would know. Yes, you are on point. So, wait, which did you say it was again?
SNU Arena.
SNU Arena. Okay.
Because I walk there too, so I should know the name.
You've got the inside track, my friend.
Yep.
So Kiss will be at the SNU Arena. They are on the end of the road tour, so this is it. Well, they've got another 2 years of the tour, but I assume this will be the last time they will be in Manchester, New Hampshire. So that is February 1st. They will be there. It's a Saturday. Really looking forward to that. I've seen them like probably 20 times. They are my favorite band. I know people who've seen them many, many more times than that. But so tonight at 7 p.m., right after the weekly Die-On, I will be back, and I will be sharing an hour of some of my favorite. It'll be very self-indulgent because I'm going to share an hour of some of my favorite Kiss songs, and I'm not going to play the ones that you would normally hear on the radio, because what's the point in playing the ones you hear all the time on classic rock stations anyway? In other words, my friends, I will not, during my hour of Kiss tonight, be playing rock and roll all night. No. You will not hear that. You probably won't even hear Detroit Rock City. You're going to be hearing some stuff you don't normally hear that I think is great. I will take requests, however. But having said that, if you call the show between 7 and 8 p.m. tonight and request rock and roll all night, please be aware I will hang up on you immediately. And I will not feel badly about it. I don't like to be rude, but if you request rock and roll all night, I will hang up on you.
It's kind of like what happened Tuesday night on the election special with Peter White.
What happened?
So so the station was having the election coverage of the municipal election. I know you don't cover municipal politics on here, but
Correct.
But since it was Election Day Tuesday, they had a special show with Ben and Dale Dion, Carol Oberto of Manchester Inklink, and Alderman Tim Baines, and I stopped by and I was able to get on for the second hour of the show. They were going from 7 to 9, and this guy, the phones were off the hook all night, but this one guy called like 4 times in a row, and he would not identify himself, and Peter White was getting assaulted because he wanted to have this guy get identified. He finally did, but it was like he kept going on rants that were not relative to what the show was about.
Oh, what was it, John Hopwood?
No.
Sometimes he'll call as different personas.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's John Claude. You know, you just never know with that guy. Was it him? And then he finally admitted it was him?
No, it was somebody else. But talking about Mr. Hopwood, you have some signs up still on Hooksett Road by the Rite Aid, by the way.
I noticed that. Well, that is scandalous.
Yeah.
He should remove them.
Yeah. All election signs from the municipal elections should be down by now.
What do you think? Maybe we should send Easy G to take them down.
Yeah.
Do you think he's up to the task?
I think so.
Yes, I think so too. Yes. By the way, Michael Martineau, how are you? Because we know recently that you were corrupted by our friend Jeff Scumpy Lorenz, lead singer of DEF CON, getting you tossed out of the DEF CON show at the Davion. Have you been resisting this newfound life of crime that Scumpy has tried to pull you into?
Yes, I have. I've been
good.
I've been keeping myself out of trouble, participating in sports events, working the election on Tuesday over in Ward 5. So
excellent. Well, that's good to hear, because I worry that he's led you down the primrose path with that satanic rock and roll music. Yes. Let's see. In the Facebook live chat, hello to Brian Mackey, who says good afternoon. Jenny is in there as well. Let's see. Wayne Noel joins us. Hello, Wayne. Wayne says good afternoon, Matt. We should mention, too, of course, that's one of the ways that you can communicate with us during the program is via the Facebook live chat. You can also give us a call at 603-250-6007. Excuse me, 603-250-6007. You can send a text to 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton, or even shoot an email to matt@ipmnation.com, and I shall read your communique on the air. Isn't that exciting, Michael Martineau?
Yes, it is.
It's the power of live radio is what it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So, now that reminds me. So the guy who, I didn't get to hear the election special live. The guy who kept calling, was it the same guy who apparently called the morning show yesterday and was insulting Peter White?
I didn't listen to yesterday's morning show, but so I have no idea, but probably.
Well, so here's what I'm going to do, because so I talked to Peter White earlier today because of we had to discuss some technical things. I won't bore everyone with that, but we had to discuss some technical things going on here at the station, which, by the way, has to do with why you did not hear a replay of the morning show from 2 to 4 before this show today, if anyone's wondering. It just has to do with a technical issue here. The morning show will ultimately resume having an afternoon replay. That's just a temporary situation. But, and that whole situation is part of what, ironically, led to me getting to do a 1-hour special tonight. But anyway, so Peter and I were talking, and he told me about this call that he received, and I actually have the call here because he told me how to find it in the computer, and I want to play it. I guess this guy who doesn't like Peter White, and by the way, what kind of a jerk do you have to be to not like Peter White? Isn't it bizarre that there are people who don't like Peter White?
Yes, it is.
I mean, he is, first of all, this is not an overstatement. He's incredibly important to WMNH.
Yep.
Not only is he the host of the morning show, but he's the program director here. He kind of, he's the lifeblood of the organization.
Yes, he is.
He truly is. Like this would not operate without him. So he's crucially important. And he's just a really nice guy. Like I've known Peter for, I got a cough again here. Oh boy. I'll take a big gulp of water when I play this clip. I've known Peter for like a decade now, going back to the Amsterdam days. Always just a very nice guy. And so it's weird to me that someone would call up and insult him. Like, what's really weird about it too, Michael, is the kind of show that I do, I expect to get a lot of hate because I do a political show mostly. I mean, we do other things too, and sometimes we goof off and whatnot. But I have a lot of opinions, and I know I have listeners who are very pro-Trump, and I'm not a big fan of Mr. Trump, as you know. And yet, but even the MAGA people tell me they enjoy the show. Like, even though they don't agree with me, they still like the show, which I take as an enormous compliment. Yeah. Actually.
And Trump did file for the primary today.
Yes. Well, Mike Pence came and did it for him. Yes.
Yes.
But so I expect to get hate, and I don't. And it surprises me. And I'd be fine with it if I did. I always say, I'd rather be loved than hated, but I'd rather be hated than ignored, right? Because the worst thing is if no one's listening. So I'd rather people hate listen than not listen at all. But even people who disagree with me on everything seem to like me, which is nice. I do appreciate that. But but I'm surprised at how little hate that I get. But then to hear someone call up and hate on Peter is really just shocking to me. So he told me where in the computer to find the call, because he made a separate clip of the call. Now, I had heard snippets of it because he was this morning on the morning show. I heard part of the morning show this morning. I'm not an early riser. I tend to stay up very late. But I did hear a little bit this morning, and he kept playing, little snippets from the call. But I didn't hear the actual call. So when Peter and I were on the phone earlier, he told me where to find it in here. Yeah. And so now let's play it, because I'm very curious to hear exactly what this guy said. Apparently this guy identifies himself as Tom, and I'm really curious to hear this. So here it is.
Yeah. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hello.
Good morning. Who's this?
Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
Yes, I'd like to know, do you get paid to do that show, or is that for free?
Why are you so concerned?
No, that's that's a simple question, because I don't know this. I just wanted to tell you that I find you kind of a nervous guy.
You do you?
I'm watching you on TV now.
Sure, I'm very
I don't
anxious.
know if you're on medication.
Get the towel. Get the towel, Peter.
But you're
No,
you're crawling around.
I've been like this since I was a kid. I've been like this as a kid.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
There is no medication in this body. So, by the way, who is this? Why don't you instead of calling on a restricted number, why don't you?
Seems like he's a little nervous.
It sounds like you're nervous, sir. Why do you call with a restricted number to give me the business? Tell us who you are.
Yeah, what do you do for a living, sir?
Right.
What's that?
Why don't you tell us who you are instead of hiding behind a...
My name is. Okay, I'll tell you my name.
Okay.
My name is Tom.
Okay, Tom.
Okay, so
what's your beef?
That.
And why are you listening to
that.
Why are you listening to the show then if you don't care for it? Why are you listening?
You shouldn't.
Why are you listening?
You got a face for radio.
That's right. I never said I didn't. I never said I didn't.
You're not very good.
Then why are you listening?
Yeah, why do you listen then, man?
Why are you listening?
No.
Why are you listening?
Listen to me.
No, you listen to me. This is my show. You'll be listening to me, okay? Listen to me. I'm going to hang up on you. You keep listening to my show that you can't stand.
There's all kinds of shows on. Listen to something else.
Tom, stop being a coward. Get your own radio show. Sorry, my friend.
Nervous guy. You're all over the place.
It sounds like you're nervous, man. It sounds like you're a nervous guy.
You don't.
Then why are you watching? Why are you watching, Tom? Why are you watching? You're not going to get at me, man.
Hold on, Peter, hold on one sec, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tom, what is your issue with him? I don't get that, because Peter's a pretty good guy. I don't get it.
You remind me of O'Rourke, you know.
Right. So you're not even listening.
Hold on, let him go, Peter.
You're not even listening. Matt has a question for you, Tom.
Sorry, what's your issue?
You mean the guy in the beard that doesn't work?
He actually.
There we go. There we go.
He knows me. He doesn't know me.
Character assassination. Is that what this guy's job is?
Tom, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to my radio show. It's called The Morning Show with Peter White. Thank you so much for listening. Wow. You want me to let a guy last night? You want to hear more, Matt?
No, that's whatever. It doesn't matter. The guy, listen, he's crushing himself by making false allegations, and anybody who knows anything knows.
He's hiding behind a restricted telephone number.
I don't know. He's just you know what? You can't please everybody.
No, hey, now, after the show, hey, listen, after the show, are you going to walk up and down Elm Street and ask for money?
No. Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Exactly.
Is he talking to me?
You got some real derelict people on your show.
Really? Oh. Actually, do you know who Matt is?
Yeah.
Do you even know? Who are you, man? Who is Tom? Tell us about you. Tell us about you.
I'm the guy I'm the guy in Kansas behind the screen.
Yeah, okay.
Talk about a coward. Talk about a coward.
Right.
A coward right there.
What is your beef, man? Come on.
No, what I'm saying is you're not a very good radio guy.
But you're
really
listening.
bad. You're terrible.
And
I don't know how they're...
But you're listening to the show, you moron. Tom, do you realize what a moron you sound like? You sound like the biggest moron I've ever heard.
You must be living off your wife, or you're living at home with mommy.
Who cares? What are you worried about me for, Tom? Tom, why are you so worried about me? Put your big boy pants on and worry about yourself.
God.
Why are you so worried about everybody else? And why are you listening to my show?
At home with mommy.
Why are you listening to my show? No, I'm not with my mummy. No, I'm not with my mummy, you idiot.
I just got away from my mummy 6 months ago.
Will you stop, Tom? Will you stop? Because I'll just shut you down. You're already losing this. You're an idiot.
I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I do know what I'm doing.
Who cares, Peter? Why you're getting all worked up?
I'm not worked up. I'm having a blast. This guy's a moron. Okay, Tom. All right. Well, listen. If you don't like it,
go get your own show, Tom.
Turn the station, man. Turn the station. Why are you listening to me then? Why are you listening to the words of Peter White, the best radio guy that Manchester's seen in years?
That's right.
Right? Come on, Tom.
Hey, and we have an author here. We got Carol on the phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's talk about other things.
Right. Go listen to something else, Tom. Have a great day.
All right, there you have it. Wow. Whoa.
Okay, definitely not the same guy from Tuesday night.
It's not the same guy. Okay.
Nope. The guy from Tuesday night identified himself as Jenkins. So
Jenkins.
Yeah.
Well, but he could be using more than one name. He could be. He might not really be Tom or Jenkins, or he could be Tom Jenkins. So both could be true.
But by listening to that clip and remembering how he sounded from Tuesday night, it doesn't seem. Even if you try and impersonate, it doesn't seem like the same guy to me.
Okay.
So you, not to get into technical stuff, but so you can know exactly what number somebody's calling from on that thing?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's caller ID on the phone, but, for what it's worth. I mean, because the reality is, we live in an era where it's very easy to, they call it spoofing a call, where you can call and make it look like a different number than you're actually calling from. That's how, like, our friend Chris James from Not Even a Show, when he started calling, he would, he's in Vancouver, but he would make it look like he was calling from Idaho using an Idaho number.
Oh.
And coincidentally, our friend Brian Mackey in the Facebook live chat is also from Idaho, which is why when Brian first popped up, I thought he was associated with Chris.
Yeah.
I didn't know if Brian was even a real guy. Jenny says, "What an absolute jackass." Referring to that guy Tom, a jackass B. I think we know what the B stands for. Michael Martineau.
Yep.
Yes. But I wish I got calls like that. But you know what? Peter White kept calling him a moron because he listens to the show even though he hates the show. But like I was saying, some people will hate listen. I mean, Howard Stern proved that in the early days of Howard Stern. He had people who would. Listen to him just because they allegedly hated him so much. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They loved to hate him. Sometimes people love to hate you. That's why I'd love for Tom to call me. I'd love calls like that. But the thing is, too, though, the thing that I think makes Tom a moron is he uses that face for radio line. Can I just say to anyone who has ever said that to somebody, that joke is so... until I got into radio, I didn't realize just how overused that is. Like, everyone says it, and everyone acts like they're saying something original and clever. So just so you know, if you're listening, and Tom, yes, this goes for you too. If you have ever said that to somebody who works in radio, oh, you have a face for radio, just be aware that you are stunningly unoriginal and not even the slightest bit clever. In fact, you probably are, like Peter White said, to you, Tom, a complete moron. Because if that's the best you can come up with, I'm sorry, but probably millions of other people have blurted that, oh, you've got a face for radio, ha ha ha. It's like the least original thing you could say to someone. And it's, you know what it reminds me of, Michael Martineau?
Yeah.
So years ago, now we're going back like 20 plus years, I worked in a store where we did this survey thing where they were trying to figure out for marketing purposes where people were coming from to come to our store. So when we would ring people up, we would have to ask people for their zip code. And I was, this was in Concord. So the most common one would be 03301 for people in Concord. But we would ask people for their zip code. I could not even begin to tell you how many people on a daily basis, when I would say, can I get your zip code, please? They would say, 90210. And they would look at me. They would say it, right? And then they would just look at me like they were waiting for me to just burst out into a hysterical fit of laughter because they just said something so brilliantly clever and funny to me. And this would happen multiple times a day. And I was so disgusted by the unoriginality of these people, because one thing I've noticed about people who are not original or at all clever, they don't know. They also lack the self-awareness to realize that they're unoriginal and unclever. So they'll try to be original and clever, even though they're actually just really stupid. And, when you work in a job like that and you're in customer service, when somebody says something to you like that they think is funny and it's actually not, and they're too stupid to realize why it's not, you're supposed to at least give them a courtesy laugh. You know what I mean? You're supposed to at least go, just kind of a half-assed, chuckle, just so they're not offended that you didn't laugh at their very funny and original line. I wouldn't even do that. I would glare at them with disgust. And I didn't even care if they complained to my boss about it, that I glared at them with disgust, because I was so disgusted that I would ask someone for their zip code and they would actually look at me and say, ooh, 90210, and think that was funny. And it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, the other 26 times I heard that today, it was also hilarious then, you a-hole. Does it drive me nuts? And I get the same feeling whenever somebody says, oh, you have a face for radio. It's like, oh, you're a moron. The other 7 or 8 times I've already heard that in the last hour today. Yeah, it wasn't funny then either, you dummy. So, Tom, if you're listening, you suck. And anyone listening who's ever said that to anybody, oh, you have a face for radio, you also suck. Just so you know. I'm sure in a million other ways you're a wonderful human being, but that one thing really kind of overrides everything else about you, and you're actually a really sucky human being. Just because of that one thing. I don't care if you've cured terrible diseases. If you've ever said to someone you have a face for radio, you are a terrible human being. And I hate you. But beyond that, I have no strong feelings on the matter. How are you today, Michael Martineau? You headed to work after this?
Yeah, what time do you have?
Oh, at the Tone, the time will be 4:30 p.m.
Oh.
Ding.
That went by fast.
That wasn't really a tone. It was more of a ding. I'm sorry. I don't know how do you do a tone? Like, boom. I don't know.
Yeah. That 30 minutes went by fast. I got to head off to work.
All right, Michael Martineau. Well, it's wonderful to see you, and please continue to stay out of trouble. Yep. We worry about you with the influence of Scumpy and that satanic music that he plays with those minor chords in drop tunings. It's very, very frightening, sir. So please.
I will.
All right. Michael Martineau is leaving us, and always nice to see him. Let's see. What have we got going on in the Facebook live chat here? Michael Albert joins us. Hello, Michael. I haven't seen you in there for a while. He says, Peter White is the king of all Queen City media. Yes. Sticking up for the wonderful Peter White. Yes. I think that's wonderful. Let's see. Brian Mackey says, LOL. And let's see. What else is going on here? Well, I guess... and Rocky Huber. Yep, I knew somebody else was in there. Hello to Rocky Huber, who joins us in the Facebook live chat as well.